Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be giving you guys tips and tricks on how to get floor seats or barricade seats for BTS. And mind you, these are the tips and tricks that I have used in the past that have worked for me. You doing all of these tips and tricks, it might not always work for you. Like sometimes it really is just based on luck. But hopefully if you watch the entire video and do everything I'm telling you to do, hopefully it does increase your chances. And before all them haters leave a comment saying I don't know what I'm talking about or the rules have changed. Okay, yeah, the rules might have changed a little bit, but I will mention it later on in the video. So calm down. And I do know what I'm talking about because I'll show you guys. So for the Love Yourself tour, for the California shows, all 5 of the California shows, so 4 LA and 1 Oakland, I went to all of them with floor seats or barricade. The first few days of the LA show, I had barricade, I camped, and I got barricade. If you're wondering how long I camped for, I'll mention it later on the video, but I'm just going to give out some disclaimers right now. So I had floor seats for all 5 LA shows, all 4 LA shows plus 1 North California show, and barricade for a few of them. And then for the Love Yourself Hong Kong show, I went to 2 of those shows, and I had the first day I had barricade, and then day 2 I had barricade plus VIP, which means that I had Soundcheck included in my ticket. And then for the Speak Yourself tour for LA, I think I only went to LA, correct? Yeah, I think I only went to LA. I went to day 1 and day 2 for the Rose Bowl show. Day 1, I just had regular floor seats. Day 2, I had VIP seats, which means my seats were closer and had Soundcheck included. If you don't believe me, I'm going to show you guys like the lanyards you get. This is the one from Hong Kong. This is the one from Rose Bowl. These are usually what you get if you get VIP, which is really cool. It's honestly really cute. So this, I have the freaking bracelets that you get, like when you get floor seats or BTS. I have a lot more, but I don't know where they went. So this, I'm going to show you guys everything I found. I have some tickets. And in case that's not enough proof for you, I'm going to include a few clips that I took from the shows here for you guys to show that I really was barricade. A huge disclaimer, I'm really not trying to brag. I just really want to show you guys that I actually know what I'm talking about. Like, just not even BTS, but I've gone front row for GOT7 for LA and Oakland. I've gone every single tour for Shawn Mendes ever. I've gone front row besides the last tour, and that was solely because I chose not to get front row because I didn't buy his tickets until later on. And literally, I didn't buy tickets for Shawn Mendes until the day of, and that was only because I was broke from BTS. So yeah, I know what I'm talking about when it comes to getting really good seats for concerts. Before we get started, if you guys don't mind, please subscribe down below. It would help me out so much, and give this video a big thumbs up for me. The more likes this video gets, I might even do a part 2. If I miss any of your questions, I will do a part 2 to this video if this video gets a lot of likes, because it tells me that you guys enjoy watching these videos. And last but not least, please share this video with your friends and family, because I know it's coming up. The time to sign up for tickets and buying tickets is coming up. So please share this video with as many armies as you possibly know. It would help me out, and I'm sure it would help them out as well. And let's get started. So for prices, these prices I'm going to be giving you are the prices that were charged for last tour. So for the Speak Yourself and the Love Yourself tour, they kept the prices relatively the same. So I'm gonna tell you guys the prices. So the cheapest ticket for the Speak Yourself tour was $55. And the most expensive ticket for the Speak Yourself tour was $350, including fees. I don't know how much the cheapest ticket was, including fees. I just know that it was $55 because I never bought like tickets in the higher tiers, so I don't know how much it cost. So yeah, it was $350 for floor seats, including VIP. That means that you had Soundcheck. Now, if you didn't have Soundcheck in your ticket, then your ticket would have been around $300. And that was for the Speak Yourself tour. And in my personal opinion, I think this tour is going to be the most similar to the Speak Yourself tour, solely because I don't think Big Hit will want to do like GA for a stadium. I think they did that for New York and it was a huge mess, and I don't think they'll be doing that again anytime soon. But in case they do GA, I'm going to tell you the prices for GA. The prices for GA, if I'm not mistaken, it was $300 for the entire GA. That means the entire first floor was GA and all floor tickets were $300. While seated tickets for the Speak Yourself tour, like for Rose Bowl, they had the VIP section, which was like basically the seats are the closest to the stage. It was just like the seats are outlining the stage. those were $350, including Soundcheck. And then the other seats on floor, like scattered on floor, the further away seats from the stage, but still on floor, were around $300. For the Love Yourself tour, it was a random draw for the Soundcheck. While Speak Yourself, you could buy the Soundcheck. The seats are the closest to the stage had Soundcheck already included in it, which is why it was the VIP ticket, and that's why it was more expensive than just regular floor seats. Hopefully that makes sense for you guys, so let me reiterate this one more time. For the Speak Yourself tour, for all floor seats that are not VIP, that does not include Soundcheck, was $300, including fees. Now, if you had a VIP ticket, which includes Soundcheck, that means your ticket itself is going to be a little bit closer than everyone else. It's going to be probably around the stage somewhere. It was $350, including fees. So next subject a lot of people asked me was VIP versus floor. So I know a lot of you guys are new armies and you guys got a little bit confused about GA and then floor, and let me just explain it all to you, okay? So in 2018, BTS had the Love Yourself tour, and they had all of their they weren't doing stadiums at the time, they were only doing arenas. So like arenas like the Staples Center, places like that. I'm from LA, that's all I know. Like Staples Center, I think they did the SAP Center in Oakland. I think that's where I went. I went to some arena in Oakland. They only did arenas basically for the Love Yourself tour. And the entire floor for that was all GA, which means people had to camp if they wanted barricade. The entire floor for the Love Yourself tour was all GA. So if you wanted barricade, you had to camp. So I did camp for the Los Angeles show. I actually camped for almost 5 to 6 days with my friends, and camping was not a big deal. I camped, but I only camped for the LA show, aka I camped near Staples Center, which meant that the area surrounding Staples, as much as you might disagree with me, it was honestly so safe. Staples Center had security walking around 24/7, including at nighttime. We had surveillance cameras. We had hotels near us, like really expensive hotels near us, that would let fans use the restrooms to like brush their teeth, like clean up or whatever. And then we had a huge parking structure which had really nice and clean restrooms at all times, and there was a bunch of fans lining up. And I knew when to line up. If you guys are wondering, I knew when to line up by checking Twitter. As soon as my friends and I saw that people were lining up, we literally drove as fast as we could to Staples Center, and I was the first one to arrive, so I sat there just to claim our spots, and then my friends all brought like the sleeping bags and all that stuff, and then we just honestly slept there. And if you're wondering, no, I did not stay there for all 5 days. I'm from LA, and so all my friends, I camped with a lot of girls. I think we camped around with like 5 girls, I believe. And I had school, like it was the first week of college, like of school, like I'm in college, I have classes. So my friends and I would always switch places, like we would make our times work, and we would always, I mainly did the night shift, and my friends who could stay all day, they would stay all day. But if I couldn't do the daytime, they were fine with that because there's always someone there to save our spot. So that's what we did. If you want more like tips and tricks on camping, you can leave your questions down below. But I honestly truly don't think this tour will have any sort of camping. They didn't do that last tour, so I really don't think this tour will have GA or camping that you need to worry about, honestly, just because they're doing stadiums. They're really not going to have thousands of fans camp outside for a stadium tour. That will be insane. So that was how that was for the Love Yourself tour. And then for Soundcheck for the Love Yourself tour, it was a random draw. If you got floors, if you were the first, I think 500 fans to buy tickets or something, I don't know the exact rule, but it was a lottery, and then Big Hit would just email you if you want Soundcheck. That was basically that for the Love Yourself tour. And then for Hong Kong, it was different. I'm not sure how many of you guys are going to go to the Hong Kong show. I don't even think they announced a Hong Kong show this tour, but for the Hong Kong show for Love Yourself, it was the way they do it in Asia. It's a numbering system, so you don't have to camp. Like you will buy your ticket. Let's say, for example, I have my ticket right here actually. So I had this is my VIP ticket for Hong Kong. So you can buy your ticket. You'll get your ticket, right? So I got my VIP ticket. And then on each ticket, there will be a number. So it could be like number 1 all the way through like number 1000 for that one section. And basically how they do it is you line up before the show starts in number order, and they check off your number. See, I was number like 200 and something. And I just basically got in line before the show started and then went into the show. I didn't have to camp at all. And again, this was only for Hong Kong. I know they do it differently for Korea and differently for Japan. So unless you're going to the Hong Kong show, which they didn't announce, I don't think you have to worry about this either. But I'm just letting you guys know in case you're wondering. And for the Speak Yourself tour, the VIP, this is how it was. It was $350 for VIP, and these VIPs all included Soundcheck. And for Soundcheck, I might do a separate video for that because It'll be too long to include in this, but basically for the Speak Yourself tour, which will most likely be the same policy as this tour that's coming up, they had VIP tickets. All VIP tickets included Soundcheck, and your VIP ticket was around $50 more than just a regular floor ticket. A VIP ticket is a ticket on the floor, and your seats will be a lot closer to the stage than regular floor tickets since they are more expensive. So regular floor tickets will be a little bit more in the back, and it'll be around $300 and does not include Soundcheck, while this one does. Well, like the VIP portion does. So if you choose a seat, if you choose a seat that is like a VIP seat, it will say like VIP on it'll say like VIP Soundcheck package for the ticket that you chose. And I'm letting you guys know right now, for Soundcheck, do I think it's worth it? I loved Soundcheck. I think it's worth an extra $50 because they sing like, I think, around 3 songs, and it's really intimate. It's a really small crowd, and everyone basically has an amazing seat, and it's just really fun to see the boys like just chilled out in like normal clothes. They're not in full-on makeup or anything. They're literally just in normal like a t-shirt and some like sweats, and they just start singing, and it's just cool. It's like a more chill environment, which I love. So yeah, I did really enjoy it. I've been on Soundcheck twice. I loved it. It's unlike anything I've ever experienced before. So if you don't want if you don't want VIP and save $50, then just get regular floor tickets. But if you want the extra $50 to, you know, see BTS for a little bit longer during a really intimate performance, then I would recommend trying to get VIP so you can get Soundcheck. So what's new this year for tickets is that there's going to be a pre-sale. BTS has never done a pre-sale ever before, at least not that I know of. They've never done a pre-sale for in the States. They've never done that ever before. They usually, I don't know if they do that for Korea or Japan, but in the States and in Canada, they usually have never done that ever before. So it's going to be a little bit different, and everything I'm telling you is everything that I have read online. So I don't know if it might be a little bit different. I'm sorry if not everything I'm getting right in this particular section is completely 100% correct. But I'm telling you everything I know and how I'm going to go into it. So basically, there's two, from what I've read, it feels like there's 2 pre-sales. The first pre-sale is the ARMY membership pre-sale. So what I'm understanding from this is that you need to have an ARMY membership kit, and to have one you have to purchase one through Big Hit, and it's $30, but here's the catch, it's $40 shipping, so it's gonna be $70. And so what I know is that everyone who has the ARMY membership kit, you have like this code that you register with. It's like your order number. I'll leave all the information that Big Hit released for that portion down below. Basically, you order the membership kit, you use the information that you got for the membership kit, you sign up through Ticketmaster, you register everything, and it's basically, if you guys have ever done Ticketmaster pre-sale, where they randomly do a lottery, and then for pre-sales they'll text you like a code. I believe that's going to be happening for the ARMY membership kit. So basically, what's going to happen is if you have that membership kit, if you've bought it, I think they gave the time range from January, like today, January 26th to February 2nd. If you have the membership between these dates, like if you bought it before this date or even during this date, you'll be fine. And what happens is you'll be registering on Ticketmaster with all your ARMY kit information, right? And then a few days after, Ticketmaster or Big Hit or whoever is going to text everyone. Like, it's going to be kind of like a lottery system. They'll pick they'll pick random people and text them a pre-sale code. With this pre-sale code, it means you will get first access to tickets. And yeah, that's how that's going to work. And then I could be reading this wrong, but from my own interpretation, I think there's going to be a second pre-sale, but just with the Ticketmaster, where you don't need an ARMY membership kit to do the pre-sale. It's just the Ticketmaster pre-sale. So basically what that is you sign up through Ticketmaster, you put in your number and your email, and then Ticketmaster will then send you a code. But the issue is, people who have the ARMY membership kit are going to get the pre-sale first. So there'll be the first pre-sale of batches will go through ARMY membership kit. The second pre-sale batches will go through Ticketmaster, unless, I'm not sure about the second part, but I think so from what I've read. But for sure, the ARMY membership people will get pre-sale first. Like, listen and hear this carefully. If you have an ARMY membership kit, you will get pre-sale first. It means you get first dibs on the first batch of tickets. And then after pre-sale is when they genuinely have general sale to the general public. You don't need a membership. Anyone in the world can buy it. Scalpers can buy it, you know? So that's how the pre-sale work from what I have been researching. But here's the question. I know a lot of you guys are going to be asking me, do I think it's worth it? It's a lot of money. It's $70. I think it's 100% worth it. Especially, hear me out, it's worth it only if if and only if you're planning on getting floor or really close seats. If you are one of those fans who just don't care, which I know a lot of people are, like they just don't care where they sit and they just want to see BTS, then I would say pass on pre-sale, because if you don't care about getting floor, then I'm sure you can get seats like the tier 4, like P4, P5, like the higher seats without buying pre-sale. So that's my own personal opinion, but I have the ARMY membership kit, and I'm gonna be making my sister buy an ARMY membership kit just so we have more chances to get the pre-sale code, because if they're doing it the way Ticketmaster does, not everyone is going to be getting a code even if you have the ARMY membership kit. It's gonna be like a lottery system, and they'll randomly text people for the code. That's what I am interpreting, if they're going to be doing this the same way as Ticketmaster does for their like pre-sale codes. Okay, next section is the queue and the pre-queue, like the devices and all that questions you guys have been sending me. So this part of the segment of this video will apply to the pre-sale section as well, because just because you got a code for pre-sale, that doesn't mean anything. You're still gonna go through the same process as you would during general sale, where you wait for that little freaking walking man to finish the crossing line. Yeah, you're still gonna go through all of that even with pre-sale. The only difference with pre-sale and regular sale is that you will get access to the tickets first, but you will still have to be in line and be in queue. So don't think like, oh, I got pre-sale, like I don't have to like try as hard. You don't have to try as hard, but you still have to try, because it's still BTS, girl. Like, calm down. Okay, so all of you guys ask me, does having a lot of devices matter? Yes and no. So here's why. Normally, for the other tours, I would say 100% yes, but here is why I'm saying yes and no. If you're going through pre-sale, the issue with this is that it's going to be registered for only one per person, one code per person. So I'm not sure if you have multiple codes, if it will allow you to do it on multiple computers. Usually I would say no, because Ticketmaster has gotten really, really strict on that. Like, even in the past and now still, like if you want to use like Ticketmaster on multiple devices for queuing, you have to have different accounts, like different email address for each device, because Ticketmaster will count you as a bot if you don't do that. So I'm assuming if they're doing this whole pre-sale thing, that means that it's one email address per code. So that means, what I'm assuming, that means that like you only need one computer if you have one code. That's why I'm making my sister register for the ARMY membership kit, so I can get another code so we have more chances. But again, if you don't have the extra money, I don't recommend doing that. I'm just crazy and I really want to see BTS. So that's what I mean for the devices. But if you are not doing pre-sale and you have, let's say you didn't get tickets during pre-sale, something happened and you just didn't get tickets. So for general sale, I would recommend having a lot of devices, as many devices as possible, because that's when it doesn't matter. You don't need a code and it's all fair game. So that happens and you do get tickets during general sale. I recommend having as many devices as you can, but each device has to be logged in with a different email address and a different phone number. I didn't have to go through the phone number issue with BTS last year, but for the new other K-pop tours this year that use Ticketmaster, when I was queuing, they did ask for my phone number, and then I had to like give them my phone number. They would text me a code, and it's only one number per device. So like if you would use the same phone number for multiple devices, it'll literally tell you like, oh, you've already used this number, and it'll actually mess up some of your queuing. So I don't recommend that. Again, it's one phone number, one email per device if you're doing general sale. The next question all of you guys ask me is that if you have faster internet, will that help? I can't be like, no, it doesn't help you, but every time I've ever gotten good BTS tickets, I've had really fast internet, like really, really fast internet. And the one time that I didn't get BTS tickets during general sale was when I had really bad internet. It was actually for Rose Bowl, day 1 in LA. I didn't get tickets at all. And that was because I was actually stuck at school on campus rather than being home in LA. My house in LA has like one of the fastest internet you can possibly buy from AT&T or something, while like the campus Wi-Fi is so slow. Like literally I didn't even get past the queue. Like it was that bad. But then for day 2, I like drove myself back home for day 2 in Rose Bowl. I ended up getting VIP. I literally went through in 2 seconds. Like it was so easy. So yeah, from my own personal experience, having fast Wi-Fi has always helped me. I mean, if you could have faster Wi-Fi, I would recommend it. I wouldn't be like, no, like don't use the slower Wi-Fi. That doesn't make sense. You know, if you have faster Wi-Fi, if you have the option of using the faster Wi-Fi, use the faster Wi-Fi. I personally believe Starbucks Wi-Fi is terrible. It's not fast. But I mean, I know fans that have gone through with Starbucks Wi-Fi. I didn't have any luck with Starbucks Wi-Fi. That's actually the Wi-Fi that I used for tickets, and I didn't, for the day 1 tickets for last year's stadium tour, it didn't help me at all. So I don't recommend Starbucks Wi-Fi at all, but that's just me. Another question someone asked me is that if you and your friends are all trying for tickets, is it smarter to all be in the same household or different households? I can't tell you guys like, yes, this will work, or no, it won't. This is what I did, and it worked for me every single time. I used different households. So what I would do is I would have my sister use our Wi-Fi in our LA house, and then I would go to my cousin's house, which is like 10 minutes away. He has really fast Wi-Fi as well, and I would try it there. And we all use different devices, different Ticketmaster accounts with different emails and different phone numbers, so it's like not connected at all, and we would both try to get tickets. That's what has worked for me in the past, and I have done that multiple times for multiple different artists. It has worked for me, so I can't tell you guys like, no, it doesn't work, because it worked for me, but I can't be like, this is a guarantee it'll work. It's just what I have done, and it has worked for me. This next question, you guys ask me this question all the time, and it's really hard answering this question because it's not a yes or no question either. It is, how early do you have to get onto the page before the tickets go on sale? Now, I've known girls who have gone on the Ticketmaster page 12 hours before tickets go on sale and end up with 0 tickets. I've known girls who've gone on the Ticketmaster website 5 minutes before tickets go on sale and get floor seats. Well, what I usually like to do, I like to get onto the website 20 to 30 minutes before the sale starts, and that's max. I would never go on the site before like 40 minutes before the sale starts. That's way too, like, that's too early, and it doesn't matter. It's all randomized anyways. It's not like a number order thing. It's literally randomized. You get like randomly placed into a spot in the queue. The next question a lot of you guys ask me is that once your little like man decides to start running across the finish line, once your like the number goes down and down and down for queue, do you refresh the page? No, don't refresh anything at all. Like, once you're on the page, just stay on the page. Don't refresh anything, like, at all. If you refresh it, you will, 1, lose your place in line. 2, your computer will most likely lag because there's so many people on the website right now that if you refresh it, it would actually ruin your chances. So do not refresh your page at all. I've never done that. I don't know people who have, but I personally have never done that, and it's worked perfectly fine for me. So that is my advice for that part. This last portion are about the actual tickets. So a lot of you guys have asked me, do you recommend hand picking your seats, which means that like zooming into the map and picking exactly where you want to sit, or do the best available? Because it's usually, I think all the tickets this time are going to be on Ticketmaster, so you can either zoom into the map and pick exactly where you want to sit, or do the best available option, which is on the side. For me personally, I have always zoomed into the map, but mind you, if you do this step, it is going to be harder because you are wasting time zooming in rather than doing the best available option. So do as you wish. I have always done that, and doing this, I was able to get barricade for GOT7, but for BTS, I wasn't able to get barricade doing this because it took a long time to be able to do this. I believe I got VIP for this, and I got VIP tickets, but it wasn't barricade. So both ways works, I guess. If you don't really care if you're barricaded and you just want to secure floor seats, the best available option is your best bet. But I have always zoomed in, but I'm telling you, you do zoom in to pick exactly where your seats are. It does waste some time, and then if you click on those seats and they're taken, you have to keep clicking around. So it does waste quite a bit of time, so just mind that. You know, just be careful what you do. I can't tell you guys, like, I don't want to tell you guys what to do, but I'm gonna tell you guys what I have done, and you can take my advice from there. And then a lot of people have also told me like, hey, like, people say you can call in and buy tickets. Is that true? So yes, to a certain degree that is true. You can call in to buy tickets, but you cannot buy VIP tickets through Ticketmaster on the phone. You can only buy regular seats, like normal floor seats, or just other like the seats that are higher up, through calling. And calling doesn't guarantee you'll get tickets, because most of the time you will be on hold, so you have to keep calling. But a lot of people do get through, and they are able to buy decent seats or good seats, you know. But if you're looking for VIP seats, calling will not work. Ticketmaster does not do a VIP through calling at all, like period. And then upgrading seats. I know that people have gone upgraded by being like, so let's say I bought a ticket super far in the back on the first day, right? It's like the P5 seats all the way in the back. But if I'm looking on the Ticketmaster website as the tour is getting closer and closer and closer, the concert is coming up, sometimes Ticketmaster does release tickets, like random tickets. They'll just release random tickets if they didn't sell. They will release them. Even if the concert is sold out, sometimes that does happen. That's how I got my Rose Bowl Day 1 floor tickets. Ticketmaster was usually release tickets when it comes closer and closer to the date. They will release tickets. So if you see that they have like released a ticket that you want, but you already have a ticket, you don't need two, right? So what you can do is you can call them to upgrade. You will have to pay a fee and pay the difference, but you can do that if you want to. I have never done it. I know that's how other people have done it. But what you cannot do, because I did this, I actually paid for 2 tickets for the Love Yourself, for the Speak Yourself tour in Rose Bowl. It was really bad. Let me tell you guys what I did, and it was, I messed up. Don't do it. So what happened was for day 1 for Speak Yourself at Rose Bowl, I didn't have any tickets, and it was literally the day of the show, and I still didn't have tickets. But I just knew Ticketmaster was going to release tickets. That's how it always has been. I've always gotten tickets to any concert that I've ever wanted. I just knew how the system kind of worked. So I knew they would release tickets. So it was like a few hours before the show started. They released some 4 tickets, and I was like, oh cool, so I bought them. But then when I checked the box office closer to when the event started, I think it was like 30 or an hour before the show started, they had closer seats. Now I bought those, but the reason why I bought them, but I couldn't upgrade them, so I couldn't pay a difference. I had to literally buy a new ticket. Like I couldn't refund it or anything, because when you buy tickets at box office, it's not the same as buying it online through Ticketmaster. So just letting you guys know, you can't upgrade. You cannot buy tickets online and upgrade at the box office. But if you buy the tickets online through Ticketmaster, you can upgrade your ticket and buy another ticket online on Ticketmaster, if that makes sense. And then I just wanted to quickly mention to you guys a few other tips and tricks that you can use in case you don't get tickets during general sale. 1, I recommend looking through Twitter, or waiting until Ticketmaster releases some more tickets, because if you wait a little bit more, like closer to the concert date, they will release tickets. That's how I got my day 1 ticket for Rose Bowl. Or just look through Twitter and just constantly be looking out for tickets, people who are selling tickets. Sometimes people don't sell it first, they don't raise the price, they don't scalp the price, so you can get some tickets for face value. Or what I have done in the past, I have used StubHub, Vivid Seats, SeatGeek, and TickPick, and they are all reliable. It's just you will have to kind of pay a fee, and it's kind of expensive because they're scalpers. So yeah, if you don't get tickets during general or pre-sale, it's not the end of the world. I promise you, you will be able to get tickets. It just might be a little bit more expensive because you might have to buy scalper tickets. But hey, if you have the money for it, do it. You know, I did it. I did it before and it was fine. Last but not least, if you guys want me to do a full in-depth video on how to get tickets when after the sale has gone and you don't end up getting BTS concert, what you should do, I can totally do that for you guys, because I have been in that scenario where I literally the day of the show for concerts don't have tickets, but I still end up getting tickets. So yeah, I do that a lot actually. I do that for almost every single artist besides BTS. I only do that once for BTS, and that was because I didn't want to pay scalper fees. But for every other artist, I usually do that, and it ends up me buying tickets for below face value. So if you guys want another video on that, let me know in the comments. I can totally do that for you guys. And also, I just wanted to say that if you are lucky enough to see BTS in concert, I promise you, any seat at the venue, any seat in the stadium will be a good seat. They put on an amazing show. If you've never been to a BTS show before, they put on a really amazing show. It's one of the best concerts I've ever been to in my entire life. And I used to work in entertainment. I used to go to a bunch of free shows. I go to a bunch of concerts for front row. Like you guys know, like Shawn Mendes, got some I've seen them front row. But BTS by far is still one of the best artists I have ever seen live. The production of their concert is unlike any other artist I've ever seen in my entire life. So yeah, I hope this video helped you. If I didn't answer your question, leave it down below for me, and I'll either answer it in the comments or I'll answer it in the next video. And be sure to subscribe down below, give this video a big thumbs up for me, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye guys!